June is almost over. We have only a few hours left, which means it is time to show you my July TBR. I can't believe that half of the year is already over, but here we are. So let's start. I picked a lot of books, as always. I want to challenge myself. I don't know if I can finish each and every single one of the books I plan to finish, but we'll see about that. And the first book that I want to finish or more continue because I already started it in June is The Ending Writes Itself by Evelyn Clark. So far, I'm halfway through the book and will continue reading this in my Thursday Read With Me books. I'm also reading this with two of my buddy read partners because they were also interested in The Ending Writes Itself and had it at home. Little teaser here, so far it is okay to me, and I definitely had higher expectations, but we will see what the second half brings, and you will see a review video after I finished the book. And the next one that I will start in my Thursday Read With Me videos is Yesteryear. That will also be a buddy read for me, but I will also discuss it with you after I finish the book in August. I plan to read the first half in July, and I'm really intrigued by the whole setup, by the plot of this book. It is a bit outside of my comfort zone because normally I read nothing that tends to be historical in any context. That can be a Second World War, First World War, or anything before. The only exception for me is high fantasy that has a historical setting or historical inspired. But I'm really interested in reading Yesteryear by Carol Claire Burke and can't wait to see if I will like it. And at this point, I'm already sweating my ass off. I have over 30 degrees in my apartment right now. We have 34 outside. Hopefully, it will get cooler by tomorrow so I can open up all the windows and it gets cooler inside because I love summer, I love warmth, but this is even too warm for me in my apartment, even with the fan on. So I will continue now and hopefully you won't see me melting in this video. I planned to show you here Games Untold by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, but surprisingly at this point I already finished the book, and I say finished because I read everything except the 200-page novella of The Same Backward as Forward because I intentionally bought the book The Same Backward as Forward because in the Games Untold anthology we only have Hannah's POV, and in this book we have Hannah's POV from this side, and from the other side we have Toby's POV. So this is the prequel story to the Inheritance games, and I will read this in a tandem read. So both POVs mixed in here. This is the reading guide I found on the internet, and I will work through the book. I already started it. You can see two bookmarks in there, one from each side, and I'm working to the middle of the book. And I can't wait to continue. As always, these books are super entertaining to me, super quick reads. I inhale the books by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, especially because of the short chapters. So we will see how much I will read before July starts, because today is the Sunday before this video goes up. So I have 3 days left of June. As you can see, I already started the book and I plan to continue, but I will probably finish in July. So that's on my July TBR. And then I have only one book left of this universe until The Gilded Blade will be published on July 14th. So I don't know if I will be caught up with the series by then, but I plan to finish this book in July. And if I have time, maybe start the second book in the spin off trilogy of the Inheritance game series, which is the Grandest Game series. And the second book is called Glorious Rivals. So you will definitely see more of this universe in my next final chapter vlog, which will come in August. And now we have 2 of 3 review copies that I want to read in July. They are both of the same series. They were published 2 weeks apart, which is why I haven't started them yet. And it is the Game Changer series by Rachel Reed. We have the long game here, which I will read first because I want to continue the story of Ilya and Shane. Want to see what will happen next to them before I will continue the series with Game Changer, the original first book in the series. It is Kip and Scott's story. We already saw them in the Heated Rivalry series. So I already got an overview of what happened to them, and I can't wait to read the story in detail because we know they only got one episode in the Heated Rivalry series, and a full book can be way more detailed. Yes, these books also have sprayed edges. This is Game Changer, and this is The Long Game. I know I will read them out of the original order, but it is the order they were published in German. So don't be irritated by that. I can't wait to continue the Game Changer series. And it will be not the only series that I will continue. I will also continue this series, which is book 4 of the An Amber in the Ashes series by Saba Tahir. It is called A Sky Beyond the Storm, and now that I've finished book 3, A Reaper at the Gates, I can't wait to continue the series. I swear it gets better and better with each book, and I love the series by now, even if it is super heartbreaking, super devastating, and I'm really surprised that this is a young adult series because a lot of the topics here feel way more adult. But maybe that is just my perspective as an adult. I don't know. But I really, really enjoy reading the series. Can't wait to discuss the books with my buddy read partner, who is currently reading book 2. I swear I asked her if I should take a break from the series so she can catch up, but she promised me she would catch up. I should just continue, so I will do that and will finish the series in July, but not the universe because there is a follow up duology, but we will get there when I finish the book. The next 2 books are a duology. It is the Follow Me Back duology by A.V. Geiger. So these are the titles: Follow Me Back and Tell Me No Lies. I've read Follow Me Back years ago. I can't remember a single thing except there was a stalker and one of the main characters was a famous person and the other one was a fan. So that is everything I know by now, which is not good to continue a duology. So I will do a reread of Follow Me Back before I continue this zoology with Tell Me No Lies, which will be completely new to me. And it is one of the books that landed on my 26 for 2026 list. So one of the books that is on my TBR for years by now. I think since 2017 or so. Okay, I lied. I just looked it up. This book was published in 2019, so it can't be on my TBR since 2017. But it is definitely one of the older books on my TBR. So I can't wait to see if I will still like the series, if I will still enjoy it, and what I will think of this new adult suspense romance. And now we have the third review copy that I want to read in July. It is The Shadow of What Was Lost by James Islington, the first book in the Lycanius trilogy, also with sprayed edges. It is high fantasy. It is also inspired by the Roman Empire, like the Will of the Many series, which I loved. So hopefully I will love this series too. And I will also read this as a buddy read with one of my buddy read girls. So I can't wait to discuss this book with Michelle. And it is a bit of a chunkier book, so we will take our time. And if I remember correctly, it will be good timing to read this book now in July because I think book 2 will be published now in July or in August. So I can continue right away with the trilogy if I will like book 1. So let's find out in July. And another very, very chunky book that I want to start in July is the next book in the Stormlight Archive series, Book 4, Rhythm of War. Like the books before, 1,400 pages. So I will take my time with it. I plan to read 100 pages per week in my Sunday Read With Me videos. So I want to read the first 400 pages in July. These very, very big books are always very, very intimidating. So it really helps me to break these books up in 100-page goals. And I will discuss the book chapter by chapter, like all the other books of the Cosmic Universe, on my Discord server for the Cosmic Universe. So if you want to join the discussion, feel free to join the Discord. It is always linked in the Read With Me videos. And now we get to see the last 2 books that I picked for my July TBR, which will also be 2 of my 26 for 2026 books. Now that I've finished the Young Sherlock Holmes series, I want to continue with that project, and I picked these 2 ones. We have Take a Chance by Abby Glines, book 7 of the Rosemary Beach series, and book 8, One More Chance. Both books are about the same couple, which is why I want to read both together. It is one story, and I really, really don't know if I will still like these books. I've read book 1 to 6 years ago, and they were okay. So I want to give them a try again. I know I have one book of this universe, not the series, left on my 2015 TBR, which is book 7 of the Seabreeze series. And I always planned to finish the Rosemary Beach series here before I start the Seabreeze series. So that is what I'm doing here to work on my old TBR books. I'm very, very glad that these are relatively short books, so around 300 pages each book. And I will give them a try again, see if I will like them. And if not, I feel free to DNF the series here. But I don't want to do that until I at least give them a try. So that completes my July TBR. 12 books all together, 10 of them I want to finish in July. We will see if I can do that. There are a few more chunky books, but as I said in the beginning of this videos, I always like to challenge myself, not pressure, just challenge. And I don't feel guilty when I don't finish all of these books, but I hope I will have a great time with them. And please tell me in the comments what you want to read in July. Feel also free to leave some recommendations of your favorite books in the comments. Maybe I will pick one of them for my August TBR. Like this video if you wanna, follow my channel, and I will see you next time. Bye!